So just picking up from where we left off, I was explaining that the course is divided into the 3 units. So I described unit number 1. Unit 2, as I mentioned, will be the blues. And that is starts in week 1 and we finish that up in week 2. Week 3, we begin unit 3, which is jazz. And in week 4, we finish up with jazz and move on to unit 4, where we do primarily hip hop, but a little bit of Afrobeat and reggae. Because of course, all music comes from, or all black music was originated in Africa, right? And so, without the early African music that was brought over to America or to the Caribbean as a result of slavery, out of that music, you then have the kind of hybrid of African music and then the European inspired music. Out of that you get these different blues forms, and you get jazz, and you get hip hop, and you get reggae. But we'll describe all of that. We'll get into that more in depth as we move through to the readings. In terms of purchasing your readings, you can do so at the Stony Brook bookstore. You can also find some of the materials at your local library, as well as on Amazon or Barnes & Noble. Everything is relatively cheap. Most of the assignments are actually all of the assignments, the short stories and the essays are posted on Blackboard. For your course materials, you can either locate them by scrolling down on the course materials site or on the assignment site, which is in the blue tab to the left of your screen on the Blackboard. You can scroll down and there you'll find the video clips, links to YouTube, links to PBS. We'll be using PBS for our discussions of both blues, jazz, and reggae and Afrobeat. In addition to the readings, you'll also have some audio recordings to listen to. You can pull from your own libraries, or again, consult YouTube, and many things again have been posted. And I've also asked you to view some movies and documentaries. For these, you will need to have an account with Amazon or Netflix. In terms of reaching me, you can reach me through Blackboard. For your homework, you have 4 homework assignments, and you have 3 Blackboard discussion posts. There will be 6 in total, but I'm only asking you to answer 3. So 4 homework assignments, 3 Blackboard post discussion responses, and then a final exam, which is due on the last day, which is January the 23rd. You have about 2 to 3 days to submit your assignments. And then just make sure that you go through the assignments. When you go through to your assignments, you go through each task. Sometimes I have 4 tasks for you, or 3 or 5. It just depends. So make sure you read through everything carefully, because almost every lesson and unit will require you to read something, to watch something, to listen to something, and so just make sure that you follow all of the steps. The lessons will be posted weekly, and they'll be taken down the following week. Again, you have about 2 to 3 days to submit any homework assignments, and your final exam, which is a written exam, is due the last day of class. If you have any materials, if there's some music you'd like us to listen to, or some poetry, or a play, or a movie that you think might work well with the course, feel free to go ahead and inform us of that, right? Because it's great for us to learn about new works that connect to the class. So I'd very much appreciate any contributions you can make in that regard. And I think that's basically it. So throughout the course, I might post some other videos. If I do so, I will send out an announcement letting you know that. But just to reiterate, you have about 2 to 3 days to submit assignment. For those of you who are new to online courses, this might be somewhat of a steep learning curve for you. So time management is key. Go to the syllabus. The syllabus kind of clearly outlines everything, and then go over to the assignments. And I've broken them all down. They'll be available for you each week in terms of so right now, if you go on to the assignments page, you'll see all of the assignments for week 1. And so the week 2's assignment for units 2 and 3 will be posted the following week. So just so that you know, there are specific dates, which is, again, everything is listed right here on the syllabus, but lessons 1 through 5, they're available January 5th through January 9th. Lessons 6 through 12, they're available January 10th through 15th. Lessons 11 through 16 are available January 16th through the 22nd. And even though they're broken down, each lesson is broken down into like 5 or 6 parts. You know, the readings shouldn't take you any more than about 20 to 40 minutes, and then you're viewing things and you're listening to things. So I would allot about an hour 20 minutes for each lesson. You can feel free to work ahead if you want, or you can work at your pace. But remember, we have an entire semester we've condensed down into 3 weeks. So we're covering a lot of material.